You go out of your way to impress her. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you obsess over every text you send, constantly second guessing yourself, hoping this time she'll finally see you the way you want her to. But in the end, it's always the same. A delayed response, a half-hearted haha, plans that fall through, and you keep telling yourself, maybe if you just try harder, maybe if you give a little more, she'll come around. But let me ask you, have you ever seen a woman who's truly in love? She's not uncertain, she's not overthinking, she's all in, without hesitation. She finds ways to be near him, makes excuses to touch him, laughs even when his jokes are terrible. She puts him first. If she's not doing that for you, then you're simply not the one she's into. Quick note. Most of you will never get real advice about women. You're out here guessing, messing up DMs, ruining relationships, or struggling in the bedroom because no one told you the truth. Well, I will. For the first time ever, I'm offering a direct one-on-one chat with me. No fluff, no BS, just real answers to your problems. DMs, sex, relationships, marriage, whatever it is, I'll tell you exactly what to do. This is huge. You and me, one-on-one. I've set up 4 packages, but listen up. This is only for those serious about leveling up. And VIP spots? They're very limited. Let's start. Point 1. The hard truth. The more you chase, the less she respects you. In the game of attraction, the more you chase, the less she will respect you. The truth is simple. Trying too hard is the fastest way to lose. Women know exactly what they want. You should too. When a woman is truly interested in a man, she doesn't hesitate, she doesn't overthink, she doesn't wonder if he's the right guy, she simply knows, and so should you. Let's take a look at someone like Steve Jobs. By the time he was 30, Jobs wasn't sitting around wondering if people liked his ideas. He wasn't asking for permission to change the world, he was creating it. He had a vision, a sense of purpose, and he relentlessly pursued it. People followed him not because he begged for attention, but because he was driven and unshakable in his goals. Jobs didn't play the waiting game. He took risks, pushed boundaries, and attracted people who saw the value in his mission. Women are no different. They don't waste time overthinking their feelings like you might. If she's into you, it will be obvious. You won't have to decode mixed signals or guess whether she likes you. She'll make an effort to be around you, engage with you, and make things easier. Attraction should be effortless on both sides. You'll feel the chemistry. It won't be a guessing game. But here's the catch. If you're constantly questioning where you stand, chances are she's already made her decision. You're not the first choice. You're the backup plan, the one she keeps on the side just in case things don't work out with the guy she really wants. And that guy? He's not stressing over her. He's not chasing her. He's not wondering if he's good enough. He's too busy living his life, pursuing his own goals, and doing what drives him. That confidence, that self-sufficiency, is exactly what makes him desirable. The truth is, when you chase someone too hard, you lose your value. You become someone she can lean on when it's convenient, but not someone she truly wants. The guy who's not chasing, the one who's out there doing his own thing, is the one she'll keep coming back to. Why? Because he knows who he is. He's not waiting for approval or validation from her. He's living with purpose, and that's magnetic. So let me ask you, are you going to keep waiting for her to make up her mind, or are you going to become the kind of man who knows exactly what he wants and pursues it relentlessly, whether or not she's on board? Stop playing the waiting game. Move like a man with purpose, with direction, and with confidence. When you stop chasing and start living, you'll be the one she chases. Point 2. Stop investing in women who offer you nothing in return. I had a friend once. Great guy, smart, funny, and genuinely caring. He fell for this girl who seemed perfect. He made her a priority, always texting her first thing in the morning, planning thoughtful dates, showing up whenever she needed him. He was consistent and reliable, giving her the best version of himself. But what did she do with all that effort? She took it, smiled, and then spent her weekends with a guy who hardly even put in half the effort he did. This is where so many men go wrong. They think if they just give enough, if they're kind enough, patient enough, attentive enough, she'll eventually see their worth. But the truth is, that approach doesn't work. Women don't work that way. Ever notice how the guys who barely seem to try, the ones who aren't constantly texting or bending over backwards, are the ones she can't stop thinking about? The ones who she texts late at night, who she cancels plans for, who she rearranges her life to make time for. It's not because they're more charming or better looking, it's because they know something critical. They make her invest in them. They don't give everything away for free. They keep some space, some mystery, and make her chase a little. Now, contrast that with the guy who treats her like a princess from day one. He's available anytime she needs him, showers her with attention, and gives her his best. But where does that get him? Ignored. Not because kindness is a flaw, but because he's giving before she's shown that she deserves it. Women, like men, respect what they have to work for. If she doesn't have to put in any effort to earn your attention, she won't value it. So here's the question. If she's not investing in you, why are you investing in her? When's the last time being overly available made a woman more attracted to you? When has waiting around for her ever earned you more respect? Never. Because respect and attraction don't come from just effort. They come from self-worth and understanding that your time, energy, and attention are valuable. Let's take the example of a high-performing entrepreneur who's building something big. He has goals, he has a mission, and he's busy executing on them every day. He doesn't have time to chase women or give his energy to someone who isn't adding value to his life. His focus is on his work, and when he does invest time with someone, he expects it to be mutually beneficial. He doesn't beg for anyone's attention or validation. When a woman enters his life, she needs to show that she's adding value, that she's worthy of his time. The woman who respects and values him will meet him at his level. She'll be the one making an effort to match his energy, his passion, and his focus. This is how you need to approach women. You don't need to chase them. You need to maintain your standards. You need to stop giving your time and energy to women who aren't showing up for you. When you stop investing in women who give you nothing in return, you open the door to women who truly value what you bring to the table. A man who knows his worth won't waste time on those who aren't willing to invest the same effort. And when you act with that confidence and clarity, you'll start attracting women who match your energy, who understand your value, and who will invest just as much in you as you do in them. Point 3. Never try to earn her love. Listen closely. If you think you can win her love by being overly nice, by waiting around, or by constantly proving that you're the best guy for her, you're setting yourself up for failure. Love doesn't work like that. It's not a reward for effort. You can't earn her love through grand gestures or constantly trying to be everything she needs. The truth is, the more you chase her approval, the less attractive you become to her. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how the guys who do the bare minimum, the ones who barely text back, who don't go out of their way to please her, are the ones she can't get enough of? The ones she's texting late at night, the ones she's rearranging her weekend plans for. Meanwhile, the guys who put their heart and soul into their interactions, who try to be the perfect guy, get ignored. Why is that? It's because attraction is not logical. It's rooted in emotions, mystery, and the perception of value. Let me break this down for you. Think about the guy she's obsessed with, the one who she checks her phone for every few minutes, the one who she cancels plans with friends just to spend time with. Do you think he's stressing over her, wondering whether she likes him or not? Number. He's busy living his life. He's focused on his own goals, passions, and purpose. He's not sitting around waiting for her to call or wondering if he's doing enough to keep her interested. In fact, he's not treating her like she's the prize. He knows he is the prize, and that's the mindset you need to adopt as well. When you respect yourself and your own life's mission, you become magnetic. Women are drawn to men who have a clear sense of purpose, who are independent, and who are confident in who they are. But when you place her on a pedestal, making her the center of your world, you diminish your own value in her eyes. When you make her your entire focus, she starts to see you as less valuable because you're signaling that your life revolves around her. Here's the harsh truth. Women don't want to be your purpose. They want to be part of something bigger than themselves. They want to feel like they're joining forces with someone who's already on a mission, someone who has goals, direction, and ambition. If you have no purpose, no goals, and no drive, how can you expect her to respect you, let alone love you? When respect fades, attraction follows closely behind. Without respect, the connection becomes weak and she'll soon lose interest. Think about the men who have shaped history, the ones who built legacies. They weren't running around trying to earn the love and admiration of every woman they met. They were too busy building their own empires, chasing their own dreams, and living with a sense of purpose. Women were drawn to them, not because they were constantly bending over backwards, but because they were living their lives with intention, with direction, and with confidence, and that's exactly what you need to do. Point 4. If she's hesitating, she's already made her decision. Let me be blunt with you. If a woman is hesitating, she's not really unsure. The reality is, she's already made her mind up. She's simply keeping you on the back burner while she looks for something better. And I know, that's not the answer most guys want to hear. It's tough to accept, but it's the brutal truth. If she's not all in, then you're not the one she's looking for. Think about it. Have you ever seen a woman hesitate with a man she's truly into? Number. When she's crazy about a guy, she doesn't second guess herself. She doesn't wait for the right moment or make excuses. She finds a way to be with him. She texts first, she cancels plans just to see him, she rearranges her schedule around him. It's obvious. She prioritizes him and she makes it clear. But when it comes to you, it's always the same story. She's busy, she's not sure yet, she needs time to figure things out. Bro, let me tell you, she's not unsure about you, she's just not that into you. This is the hard truth you need to face. If she's not showing you the same level of interest and effort that you're giving her, you are not her priority. She might care about you to some extent, but she doesn't want you in the same way. And I know it hurts, but think of it like this. You deserve someone who makes you their priority, not someone who's still figuring things out or testing the waters. So here's what you need to do. Think like a king. A king doesn't sit on his throne hoping someone will pick him. He doesn't chase people to prove his worth. He expects those around him to prove they're worthy of his time, attention, and presence. That's the mentality you need to adopt when dealing with women. If she's making excuses, if she's flaky, if she's constantly unsure about you, don't waste another second chasing her. Trying to convince someone of your value is a sign of weakness. It's an invitation for disrespect, and it will only lead to frustration. Instead, adopt a mindset of abundance. There are plenty of women out there who will appreciate you for who you are and what you bring to the table. The right woman won't hesitate. She'll pursue you, make her intentions clear, and treat you with the respect you deserve. Here's the kicker. When you stop chasing women who aren't interested, you make space for the right woman. The faster you cut ties with time wasters, the faster you open up the possibility of attracting someone who values you and sees your worth from the start. The key is learning to recognize your own value. You don't need to fight for someone's attention or affection. You need to value yourself enough not to settle for anything less than a woman who's excited to be with you, who makes an effort to show she cares, and who is actively choosing you. The right woman won't hesitate because she'll already know that you're the one she wants. Point 5. You set the standard for how women treat you. Listen closely, because this is the truth every man needs to internalize. Women will treat you exactly how you allow them to treat you. It doesn't matter how nice you are, how much effort you put in, or how many times you excuse their behavior. If you're okay with last-minute plans, ignored texts, or half-hearted effort, that's exactly what you'll keep getting. And the harsh reality is, that's not her fault. It's on you. If you tolerate it, you teach her that it's acceptable. But when you decide that you deserve more, everything changes. Here's the key. Set a standard for how you expect to be treated. If you let a woman treat you poorly, that's the bar you've set for yourself. But when you draw the line and stop accepting mediocrity, you create a space for respect and mutual effort. You stop tolerating flakiness, stop making excuses for her bad behavior, and stop waiting for someone who clearly doesn't value you. And that's when something incredible happens. You'll start attracting women who actually respect you. Think about it for a second. The men women chase aren't the ones bending over backwards, constantly trying to prove their worth. They're the ones who expect effort in return. They are the ones who have enough self-respect to not settle for scraps. And that's exactly the kind of man you need to become. You need to be someone who is so clear about his worth that you no longer waste time hoping someone will notice it. You don't need to wait around for someone to realize your worth. Either she sees it now, or she never will. The The women who truly value you will show up with effort, consistency, and a genuine interest in you. If she's making excuses or leaving you questioning her interest, you need to stop waiting and start moving forward. You are not an option. You are the standard. When you stop chasing women who don't see your value, you create space for the women who do. The right woman won't hesitate. She'll show you that she wants to be with you through actions, not excuses. And trust me, when you stop running after women, something magical happens. The right ones will start running after you. From this point on, you are done wasting time on women who don't see you for the amazing man you are. You are done trying to convince someone to like you. You are done being someone's second choice, their backup plan, or their maybe later option. You need to walk away when she's not making an effort, when she's giving you excuses, or when she's making you question where you stand. No discussion, no explanation, just go. A real man doesn't beg. He doesn't sit around waiting for someone to change their mind. He moves forward with strength and purpose, and the right woman will follow. And if no one follows, that's perfectly fine. The man who walks alone, on his own path, with his own purpose, is still ahead of all the men who are stuck chasing ghosts, trying to gain approval, constantly seeking validation. You need to stop seeking approval from others and start validating your own worth. That's the kind of man women are attracted to, the one who knows his value, his mission, and his purpose. Now, it's time to make your next move count. Before we end, I got over 1,000 messages from guys who missed the course and there were only 100 spots. Since I care about my community, I'm reopening it in 2 days from today. But here's the deal, only 50 spots. That's the best I can do. No handouts, no second chances. Everyone else, left behind. And this is the last time at this price. Next time, it's going to cost more, if there is a next time. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't be lazy, hit the subscribe button, and see you in the next one.